Hey, Blessed Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Saturday. I am at the end of my Saturday. I'm about to just relax and rewind and just have me a glass of wine on tonight. I'm just about to get into my book. I think I only have like two more chapters of my book, Sis Don't Settle. So, God will definitely give you tools in your life at a divine timing. So make sure that you are trusting God's timing. I got some in my hair. So make sure you are trusting God's timing and that you are honoring the space that He has you in, because when He provides you with these tools, you're going to need to use these tools at specific times in your life. And He's going to remind you, okay, this is why I had you read this book, go through that breakup, go through that job experience. This is why I had you go through this season of X, Y, and Z. Because He's eventually going to use that. It's all in the Master's plan. He has a plan to give you hope and a future, okay? He wants you to prosper. He does not want you to be tied up in negative situations for a long period of time. It will come. There will be time when you have to go through challenges, obstacles, overstep things and overcome things and push through things. But in a due season, He's going to reveal to you why you had to go through those things, why you had to take those toughest courses in class, why you had to go that way, why your desires led you to go different ways. And He will use it all for your good. So, as I just communing with God on tonight, personally, I was dealing with just character. That word just kept coming up to me. Character, character, character. So I was like, okay, God, do I need to work on my character, or are you just asking me to explain to the Blessed Tribe members about character, having good character? So the word tonight is a lifestyle of good character. And I can learn from this. I'm not perfect. I get angry. I get frustrated. I get overwhelmed. I get happy. I'm joyous, positive, optimistic. I have it all, okay? So nobody is going to be the same person every single day. That's why I love recording, because you guys get to see different facets of me. You guys get to see different phases of me, different hairstyles, different in the daytime versus the nighttime, in the dark, versus the daylight, when I'm traveling, when I'm home, when I'm here, there, everywhere. And God was just revealing to me, okay, character. So I was just like, what about character? So He wanted me to explain to you guys, what does it look like to have a lifestyle of good character? Because at first I thought this was just my fresh fleshly desire, because I'm personally going through some things off camera. So I was like, well, maybe I'm just angry and frustrated and bothered, so I'm just going through these emotions. But He's helping me to use my channel to process my own heartache and challenges that I'm going through in my personal life. So I just wanted to get on and share with you guys, and I hope that it brings value. If it do, make sure you like and comment on the video. My sister was telling me tonight that she wants me to go live and just all this stuff. So I'm just trying to go with the Holy Spirit, but I will eventually pull some names from my comments and give you guys an opportunity to get a free session with me. But when we're discussing character, I looked up what character means. So character is an individual's mental qualities and moral qualities. So when you are thinking about your own character, God wanted me to dive deep into my own character traits on tonight. Like, what is my character all about? My moral character and my mental character. So I guess it's just two different forms of what makes up a person. And you can actually use these things to look at people in your life, look at your friendships, your relationships, your business partners, and things like that, to see if a person is really up to good character. Nobody's perfect. We're not looking for perfection, but there are certain things that you should do to exhibit good character, having a lifestyle of good character. So a person's mental character, and I wrote it down, would be somebody's emotional intelligence. This would be somebody's ability to be able to positively handle conflict. This is one of my weakness. I know how to handle conflict, but I kind of shut down when somebody is not showing good character, not being honest. That's one of my pet peeves. If I feel, because I have a high discernment, and all of us do. God put different stuff in our bellies for us to know when somebody's lying. Like, if you're in the kingdom, if you're pursuing your Father, you're tapping into the gifts that He gave you, you know when somebody's lying to you. I don't care who it is, your significant other, your supervisor, a stranger. You like, that person lying. So, the emotional intelligence is just being able to handle conflict, being able to process your own emotions, control yourself, and things like that. Another mental quality would be being optimistic, having an optimistic attitude. You're not a Debbie Downer. You're somebody who thinks positively. You think things are going to work out for your good. You know that God has beautiful opportunities out there for you. You don't have to settle. So you're constantly thinking about how things are going to work out in a positive aspect for you versus developing like a victim mentality. Um, you don't play the victim. You don't think everything is your fault. You don't blame other people for everything that goes wrong in your life. You don't have trouble taking accountability for what's going on. You can say, hey, I'm the first one. I know me. If you're in a relationship with me, in a friendship with me, if I'm wrong, I'm the first one. And my friends will hold me accountable, my sisters and everybody. Listen, if you're wrong, you're wrong. They'll tell me quick. They call me Jay. Jay, you was wrong. Call and apologize to that person. You was wrong, and I'll be the first person to say, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It may take me a couple of times, it may take me a little bit, but I don't mind apologizing and saying, hey, I was wrong. I could have went about doing it a different way. And you set healthy goals for yourself. So if you have a positive a lifestyle of good character, you would set good goals, healthy goals for yourself, like eating healthy or going to bed on time, speaking to people properly, being respectful. These type of things go with your mental qualities that make good character. You also feel good about yourself. You hype yourself up. Your biggest hype is fan. You don't do anything to impress other people. You just do it because it makes you feel beautiful. It makes you feel feminine. It makes you feel happy. It brings you those butterflies. It brings you some fulfillment. You just do certain stuff to just, hey, make yourself feel good about yourself. You have positive confidence in yourself and your abilities. And lastly, you have good self-esteem. So you believe that you are valuable, that you are worthy, that you are capable of doing the things that you set forth to do. You take time to honor yourself, and you really, if you exhibit these things inside, it's going to be hard for you to not exhibit them on the outside. So what is in the inside will eventually flow out through your mouth and through your aura and through your vibes and how you treat other people. So having a lifestyle of good character is very important because it makes people naturally connect with you. It makes you like magnetic almost because people will value that about you. So if you don't have any of these mental good lifestyle of character, so you're not living this lifestyle of good character, you might want to try to revisit some of this stuff and say, how can you help yourself develop into having good character? Because even as a business person, people like to do business with people they like. People like to do business with people who's not messy, who's not gossipy, who's not, being negative about their adventures and about their innovative thoughts. People need hype people on their team who are going to uplift the situation, not be negative and think about how it's going to fail and, how are we going to do this? How are you going to afford that? People don't want to hear that type of energy when they're thinking about business and being innovative. And even when your friendships, when they're talking about their future, just because your mind can't go there, don't rob somebody else of the opportunity to be able to have good mental qualities of their character, okay? So some moral qualities is, and I find all this stuff on google.com. So some moral qualities is being trustworthy, so people can leave their pocketbook around you and you won't steal nothing out of it. People will talk to you in confidence and know that you won't go off and tell the next person it's something that they told you in confidence. Being respectful, so when somebody sets a boundary, you don't necessarily step on that boundary just because you can, just because that person may not be in a position to tell you to stop or tell you no. You don't overstep your bounds that people have set in place. When somebody tells you, hey, this is dishonoring me, can you stop doing that? You're respectful and you listen to people. This is having moral qualities of character, good moral qualities of character. So you're responsible. You're not the type of person that's like, homegirl, let's go to Vegas this weekend when you know her rent is 2 months behind. You're not the type of person where your friend is working on buying a home and you're trying to get her to go on a cruise. You're pressuring people to make this temptation. You don't do that to people. You are a person who's trying to be responsible with your resources, responsible with your time. You're a person who is diligent in what you're doing. You're not going to just stray away from your goals. You're being responsible. You're doing what you know needs to be done in the priority that it needs to be done and taken care of. So you won't be trying to get people off of their square when you know they have a goal. Instead, the responsible thing is you're not going to invite that friend to go on that cruise because you know she's working on buying a house. You're not going to try to overspend your money just to keep up with your neighbors and what's the hottest fashions out there because you have goals. You're going to try to do the responsible thing. Fairness. So these are all moral qualities. So you're a fair type of person. You try to treat everybody equal. You try to make sure that you spend time in different departments, with different people. You try to just be fair with your resources, with your influence, and with your power that God has given you. You disperse of that fairly. You don't try to take advantage of people. So you're caring. So that basically means just having compassion, and you show citizenship. And citizenship was like having leadership skills and being able to follow the laws and staying in the bounds of what is appropriate for becoming a good citizen. You don't just try to break the laws, and you're not the type of person who, just got to do what you want to do just because you want to do it. You don't mind staying in the confinements of what is legal and what is expected of a citizen in the country or whatever. So these were some of the things that I listed for having a lifestyle of good character. So if you are the type of person you don't have some of these characteristics, or you have some of them and not the others, God asked me to share some of my strengths and weaknesses, because that is the best way to be a teacher, is to be self-aware of yourself so that you can teach other people. So the scripture that I had before I shared my own individual characteristics, my strengths and weaknesses, is Psalms 19. It says, "Joyful are people of integrity who follow the instructions of the Lord." So basically, having a good integrity, you feel good about yourself. You feel good about the way when you look in the mirror, you feel beautiful. When you go out to do things, you say, hey, this is going to work out for me. If that direction didn't work, let's be optimistic. Let's try something different. You're not going to be like a pessimistic person. You're not going to think about all the negative things. Your integrity makes you feel joyful. The Bible tells us in this scripture that joyful are people of integrity who follow the instructions of the Lord. So basically, if you are doing some of the things that your father said you should be doing, having an excellent spirit, you're going to be joyful. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel beautiful every morning that you wake up. You're going to know that regardless of what people say about you, that you do the right thing. You try to treat people correctly. You try to have that good character. You try to keep your mind right so you can treat people right. You try to go about handling business the appropriate way and the right responsible way to do it. The second part of chapter 19, verse 2, it said, "Joyful are these who obey his laws and search for him with all their hearts." So what stuck out to me was all their hearts. So basically, you're just just giving God all of your heart. You're searching what he wants you to do. You're digging up some of those things that's no longer serving you. You are including some of the things that are serving you. You are becoming more self-aware by doing little journal notes about, things that you can improve in, things that you are really good at, as far as leadership qualities, being able to obey the law. But I'm going to share some of the things that I had on my personal journal. And I asked myself, what are my character? What is my character? And my strengths are that I'm trustworthy, I'm honest. You don't have to worry about if we have a session, I'm going to go tell somebody what happened on our session, nothing like that. So I'm very forthcoming. I have not always been this way. God will definitely work with you, because I was the type of person where it was all about what I wanted. It was all about what I needed, what Jessica wanted, what Jessica needed, what Jessica desired. And I was raised by my grandparents, so I was a little spoiled in some departments. So I always got my needs met in abundance. So grandparents are meant to spoil, so that's exactly what they did. They spoiled me. And sometimes I'm all about what I want. And here lately, I've been more, just serving. So I guess, I got all I wanted when I was younger. So now I don't mind serving. Another strength of my character is I don't mind following the rules. I'm not a hard person. When you put a policy in place, I'm going to be the person to stick to the policy. I actually get frustrated when there's a policy in place and it's not equal across the board. I'm all about equality. I want everybody, if it's a policy, I want all of us to follow it. Sometimes you work at jobs where they say, hey, if you be late 30 minutes, you're going to get written up. But then everybody don't get written up. But the minute you're 30 minutes late, you get written up. I get frustrated when things like that happen because if it's a rule, it should apply to everybody. If everybody got to wear a blue shirt tucked in, then everybody need to have a blue shirt tucked in, not just me. Call me petty, but I mean, hey, follow the rules. So I don't mind like driving the speed limit, things like that don't frustrate me. Like I can do it with freedom and ease. Where some people, that ego gets in the way, their character, they're just like, I want to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and I don't care nothing about no laws, no consequences. A person like that is destructive. They are going to send you down to a destructive path, and you're going to lose everything good that you have worked to get in your life. So people that don't know how to follow the rules, be leery of them. But another strength that I have with my character is I have emotional intelligence. So typically I'm very self-aware, so I'll know like when I'm getting frustrated, when I'm getting angry, when I am getting too passionate about a topic, I'll pull back a little bit. So I have that emotional intelligence to problem solve. I'm very proactive. I'm not the type of person that want to wait to react and respond. I like to be proactive. If I see there's an issue, I like to address it head on. Very communicative, just try to keep the peace. I'm a peacemaker, peacekeeper, whatever. Like I'm going to try to do whatever I do to keep the peace. Just because I know how far it can go if it go left. So I try to always follow the rules so don't nobody got to say nothing to Jessica. And I try to communicate in advance, especially if I see something bothering me or if I see something that I don't like, I will vocalize it and say something. I'm a good communicator and I have an optimistic attitude. And the optimistic attitude is just being positive. I am a very positive person. I sometimes think about risk, like as a Virgo. They say like our characteristics, we're really not risk takers like that. But I don't mind listening to somebody else's dream. I'm not going to ask them, well, how you going to do that? How you going to pay for it? What you going to, like, I don't need to know all the details. God got the details. If you got it in your belly, God is going to help you birth it out, okay? So that's good to have an optimistic person to talk to be around, and just a good character to have. So my weaknesses. I get frustrated. When I get like kind of like heated a little bit, I kind of shut down. And it's like, I don't even care about what nobody talking about in the conversation. Once I get to a certain level, it's like the nonchalantness come out. Like I'm nonchalant about whatever we're talking about. If you didn't raise your tone, you didn't got out of pocket, I shut down. I want to immediately remove myself from whatever's happening at that moment. I'm gonna have to come back and revisit it because I'm so full of joy, positivity. I just can't handle it. I don't know. God birthed me that way, but that's one of my things I need to work on with having a lifestyle of good character, because you always can't run away. I'm quick to cut people off, and I think that's kind of like contributed to my childhood. Like, I don't know what it is, but I can cut people off really quickly. Emotional detachment real quick. And I'm pretty sure that was my childhood. Not having my parents every day on a day-to-day basis in my life, like having my grandparents there. So I guess like when my parents detached to me at that young age, far as raising me on a day-to-day basis, they basically hand the reins over to my grandparents. I am easily able to just cut people off, and it scares me sometimes. I'm like, wow, I should feel some sort of remorse about what I just did. But this is in like previous times. Like I don't do this anymore that often. But yeah, I can just cut people off, and I know that God want me to work on that because it's some relationships that I need to salvage moving forward, because I'm going to need those people, and those people are also going to need me. It's something in me that God has crossed our paths to be together, where we are going to need one another to get into the kingdom, to get further into the kingdom, to make a bigger impact. So I can't just go around cutting people off. That's not healthy. So my Virgo personality, sometimes I am very like a perfectionism sometimes. So like I like to have things the way I want them in a particular way. And if you like put all of us Virgos in like a bunch together, you know, it may not be real, but that's just what people say. Like, you know, Virgos, we want stuff a certain way. We want things done the way we want them done, and if they're not, we're just like having a fit. And I do have that characteristic. So having having a lifestyle of good character, listen. You can't have everything perfect. Like even recording, I was like, oh, I got this, I got that, I need to read this, I need to do that, I need to write that. You know, I like to get things organized. But sometimes working with the Holy Spirit, being in the kingdom, as life progresses, you know, you're not going to be able to have everything perfect. So that's a character of having good character I need to work on. Everything's not going to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, so I can't expect things to go perfectly all the time. But if I can have it my way, I want things a certain way. And imagine dating somebody like that. I think about me as like a companion to somebody else. They're going to be like, you're freaking me out. Like I can't have everything organized. Like we can't have everything checked off like a box, a list, you know, like perfectly down the list. Everybody can't function like that. So God want me to work on that, like my extreme desire for order. Like I want things to be done in a certain way. And God's like, no, you know, you have a good character, that's not going to work. And I'm very critical of myself. This is another characteristic that they say a lot of Virgos have. We are our biggest critic. We are going to like take it and go through it with a fine tooth comb. We are going to find the flaws. That's why previously I spoke at a video that nobody's thinking about our flaws except us. I was telling you guys about my moles, and ever since I said something about them, it's like I see a new one every day. So nobody's paying attention to the flaws or us trying to be perfect except us. So when you do something, just know that you did the best you could. Just know that you did the best quality you could. And those who are going to like it are going to like it. Those who are going to hate it are going to hate it. It's nothing you could have done to make it better. You know, maybe you could have tried to improve it in some ways, but nothing is meant to be perfect. People don't identify and connect with people who try to be perfect. So it's very important that you stay to your authentic self. I'm telling myself this, but I'm also telling y'all this. But, so I have to get out of that being very critical of myself, just letting it go, just pressing play, and whatever happens, happens. Letting the Holy Spirit work. Because being able to be used in the kingdom, I can't take that quality with me. I'm not going to be able to be overly critical. Being able to have everything perfect, you know, being perfect and practicing perfectionism and things like that. I'm going to have to go ahead and just let it be. And people may say stuff. They do cyberbullying or whatever. Who cares? I'm working for the kingdom. I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm just going to let it rip, okay? So I'm hoping me being vulnerable, sharing some of my strengths and weaknesses of having good character, a life of good character, okay? I'm hoping that this inspires you to look more at your character. Because when I first started this whole thing, I was like, you know, thinking about an experience where I wasn't happy about someone else's character. But the Holy Spirit will hold up a mirror and say, listen, you got some work you need to be doing also. You are not exempt from other people. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your responses. This is that part of that mental quality of having good character, because you have to be emotionally intelligent to be able to control yourself and contain yourself and move around accordingly to make sure you are keeping yourself at the highest quality of your character at all times. People will lie, they will cheat, they will scheme, they will throw you under the bus, they will talk about you. All of these things will happen, but it's good to have a life of good character so you can combat these things with freedom and ease. You can just say, listen, I ain't thinking about that because I got good character. I'm emotionally handling this situation. I'm going to process how to handle it. I'm not going to get too angry. I'm not going to shut down. I'm just going to communicate what I need to say and shut my mouth. You know, when it's time to leave, exit stage left, I'm the first one to go. Because I just don't like a lot of confusion. It really irritates my spirit. It really gets me off my square more and more if I continue to operate in chaos, because like I said, one of my weaknesses is that I don't like confusion. I like my stuff organized and in order. That's just how God made me. But I can't use that as an excuse to treat people poorly or to make people think that things have to be perfect, or not produce something because I want it to be a certain way, or it has to look this way before I put it out there. I can't live like that and be productive. It's going to be very exhausting. So I'm hoping that this video helps somebody on today. I just wanted to share that it was on my spirit. I worked earlier today. London is away with her dad, and I am just excited to be able to just debrief and compress for tonight. Like I said, I'm about to go enjoy me a glass of wine with my dinner. I said dinner. My dinner. I'm about to get back into my book. I may watch me a movie. I'm just going to have me a great relaxing evening. The weekends are for just relaxing, and that's exactly what I plan to do. I was able to serve. I've been having Blessed Tribe members sew into sessions. You guys are just amazing. My subscribers are increasing. My likes are increasing. My influence in the earth is increasing. This channel is taking me places that I never knew even existed for a person like me. From Warrenton, North Carolina, a very small place. I think I Googled it and it said only 16,000 people reside there, or some smaller number. But God will birth out a lot of different things from small environments, because he likes to cultivate that village mentality, so you can be strong enough to fly as an eagle when you get out here amongst the world. 7.8 billion people. Everybody's not going to like me. I already know that. Everybody's not going to support me. I know that. Even people in your family going to be looking at you like, who do you think you are to be the person chosen to break the bloodlines, generational curses, and to propel the family into greatness, to bring the wealth back. The wealth is not only for you. Eric Thomas always say, like, you don't need millions of dollars just to take care of your family. You only need millions of dollars if you're going to actually impact the world and help other people, take care of orphans, take care of widows, inspire the youth, provide mental health opportunities for other people. I don't need millions of dollars just for my family. I need millions of dollars so I can help impact the world and help other people. You can't help other people without being able to pay your rent every month. So it's a process to this thing. So just know that your influence is going to be great. Make sure you are trying your best to have a life of good character. God say, listen, he requires his kingdom ambassadors to be excellent, just not good, but excellent. So we have to make sure we are focusing on our moral character and our what was it? It was moral character and our, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Moral character and our mental character. Those are the two things that make up good character. So it's like your moral values and things like that, being honest, not being a liar, being able to be trustworthy. What was some of the other things? Being optimistic, not playing a victim, setting healthy goals for yourself, feeling good about yourself, having good self-worth, good self-esteem, and having that optimistic attitude was also about the mental qualities. And then the moral qualities was being trustworthy, respectful, being fair, caring, being compassionate, being able to follow the laws and the rules, having good citizenship. Those things were your moral core qualities, things that are just going to keep you in alignment with not going to jail and, getting out of character and not having feelings and compassion for other people and what they got going on. So again, I hope this word just helped you guys tonight. I'm about to go and relax. Always check out my link in the description to book you a session if you're ready to dive deeper into your own personal goals and ambitions and things that's on your heart that you want to speak about. I have a lot of different resources. I am a resource, just me being me. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to research the answer. Getting a master's degree, that's all they teach you is research. So I am very good at researching things. I'm very good at connecting people with other people who are more qualified or have more experience in certain areas. I'm just really just a good person to have in your pocket to help you process some of your things, because that's one of my strengths, is to be able to problem solve. All right, so just continue to subscribe to the channel. Come up here each and every day. I'm going to be giving you guys motivational words, good nuggets like I shared on tonight, things to just help you get to a better positive mental place and to advance yourself in the kingdom, because God is dependent on you to be able to inspire other people. He's not going to crack open the sky just yet. So before that happens, listen, he needs you to be able to inspire another kingdom ambassador. We all are here to help each other and to be a beacon of light for somebody else, because you don't know if you're going to be the only person who is the kingdom or light or positive energy in somebody's life. So you need to make sure you have a life of good character, so that when they see you, they're like, she is a person that I can take value from, that I can entrust with my innermost parts, with my business plans, with, you are a person who just brings value and positivity into my life, and love. So that's a main thing. Just love, love, love. God is love, okay? So love your neighbor. Love people who try to hurt you. Forgive people. People are human. They make mistakes, but we have to not seek perfection, and we have to continue to do what our Father tells us to do, okay? Obedience, but in love. And first, love yourself. So before you can love anybody else, before you can practice character, before you can do all of that, you have to know that you are valuable, that you are worthy, that you are somebody who deserves to be loved. And you have to start with yourself. So you have to love yourself. So I hope this video just spreaded a little love in your night tonight, okay? Y'all have a blessed and prosperous night. I'm going to be right back up here tomorrow, giving you guys another mental health motivational word. I love you. I love you. I love you. Again, if you've ever donated anything to me, if you sent me anything, one of my Blessed Tribe members said they're going to send me a shirt. So I'm gonna wear y'all apparel, your apparel, whatever. I'm just here to support you guys, to give you guys exposure. I'm appreciative. Like I said, this channel has taken my life places I didn't even know it will go. And it's only the beginning of where I am going to go. So I'm excited to have this journey. I'm excited for you to be on this journey. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notification bell on so you can follow me as this channel grows and as I grow as a person. And I'm going to continue to work on my weaknesses and my strengths of living a life of good character, okay? So having a life of good character, you can do it while I'm doing it too. I love you. God bless.